Hi guys. So today I'm going to talk about men going their own way and nightclubs, in particular young men and nightclubs. Um, if you're a young man, 18 and older, the night and your hormones are raging and all that stuff, and you think you can get some ass, or you increase your odds of getting a girl or having sex. Maybe it's a one night stand or something like that at a nightclub. Think again, because the the likelihood of that occurring is very slim. And I'm not saying it's not 100% that it'll never happen, because it happens at times. And usually it's to have a good time and throw away that girl. But usually that girl, for the most part, the women and the young women in those clubs, they're the ones that's actually there manipulating you. Most of the times they have no money. They're already banging the bouncers so they can get into these clubs free. And there's a term I forgot a term that they call, but they're messing around with the bouncers and get into these clubs, and for free. They're dressing very seductively, and by doing so, and get you as a young man to buy them drinks in exchange for a very small amount of attention. And the clubs are making money mainly off the men, you, the young man. Because if you look at it, when you were in high school, if you're in the United States, most schools you have to wear a school uniform to go to school. There's a dress code. There are no dress codes for women to go to nightclubs. It's very easy for them to get in. A lot of times it's free for them to get in. But for men, there's a dress code. It's never really free for them to get into anything. And it's like going to school. For me, I stopped going to clubs years ago. I'm 40 now. I think the last time I went to a club was when I was 27, 28, something like that. And I went with my girlfriend at the time to pick up one of my customers. Happened to go to the club, and he was drunk. So, and prior to that, I went with another customer to a nightclub, and honestly, it was it just wasn't something I was into anymore. When I was in college, my first time going to college, I enjoyed the nightclubs. I enjoyed dancing with the women. And it's not that it wasn't easy to meet women in my situation. It just I felt restricted just to get in the club, and I thought it was ridiculous. One time someone came and say, "Let's go to the clubs." I said, "All right." So I put on some clothes, went to the club, and I didn't have on a belt, so I couldn't get in the club or something like that. Or and I think the guy I went with, a friend I went with, he had on tennis shoes or something, and he couldn't get in the club. So, and here you have these women coming in whatever they want, being able to get in these clubs. So it's clearly biased against men, but we're the ones that finance most of the clubs because we're busy. Young men are busy trying to get the girl in the club, but the girl in the club is not the type of girl you want. They're the good time girls. You can have sex with them, probably catch a disease because you're already sleeping around for the most part, and not all of them do that. Some women go to the club to have a good time. They have jobs, careers, things like that. But that's again an exception to the rule. Most of the young women go into clubs looking at that. It's some kind. It's like a prey on simps day. So, and you as a young man is that simp because you're thinking you'll get something, but they already have a guy that they already have a relationship with. But it's usually the bouncer, and or the club owner. So you really got to think twice about going to a club. Nobody in the no adult should have to be in a dress code so specific that it become and so costly that just getting in the door, your clothes has to be right, and you have to be dressed a certain way, and then you gotta pay $20 to get into the club, sometimes $15. Now some clubs let you in um, before a certain time for free, but again, um, the times that you gotta get there is like 9 in the night, and it's just not worth it. Um, if you're a guy with confidence and all that stuff, you can meet a girl walking down the sidewalk, and say hello. Build a conversation. When I was clubbing at the time in my mid 20s, I lived on a yacht. I had a boat at the harbor here in Maryland, and I was doing well for myself, and it's as around that time I really stepped away from the club scene because women were more interested in the what they can get, and usually the ones in the clubs are the one that's trying to milk every sucker that come through for whatever they can, and to get away with as much as possible without having sex. And if sex is your only reason for going to a club, the possibility of having sex, you're wasting your time. If you're looking to go to the club to meet a girl and get to know them any better, you're wasting your time. Because in a club, they don't have time to think about talking to you or getting to know you better unless you're buying them a drink. They'll get to know your name, they'll dance with you, and but that's all they really want. And you may want to take it further, but that's not why they're there. They dress in the scantily clothes, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're there to look for a man. That's just a distraction to get what they want at that moment. They're broke. They want to have a good time. They want to take care of their inhibitions, so they get a little toasted, and you're the vehicle, the money to get them there. And then they go mess with the bouncer, because the bouncer's there from the time the club's open till the time it closes, and they're usually passed out somewhere, and the bouncer's the one that's end up taking them home or taking them to the alley in the back, because they have they know the bouncer better than they know you. So I hope this video helps a little bit. I know I didn't cover everything, so I stopped going to nightclubs. I hope it's enough for you young men to realize that you'll never get what you're looking for, especially any kind of long-term relationship. It just wouldn't work. It doesn't work that way, and you're better off taking that time and sleeping, and going to sleeping in the night, or watching a movie, or going to a movie or something. The fights that break out at these clubs as well as it started to get worse for some reason late in the night, like around 1:30, because I live right there in the harbor, about a block away from like 3 or 4 nightclubs, and every Friday and Saturday night around 1:30 in the morning, there's a fight breaking out. Always right around 1:30 in the morning, between 1:30 and 2, there's a fight breaking out. Dudes fighting for no reason at all. And where are the women? Nowhere to be seen. Oh, there's one girl there trying to break it up, but she's already with somebody, and maybe he's the one guy says something. It's just a ridiculous situation that doesn't do anything. If a guy goes with his girlfriend to the nightclub, he ain't want no other guy touching her or dancing with her. So you get yourself into that situation. When she allows herself to be grinded on by another man, instead of taking out his rage on her because he want to get some pussy that night, he takes it out on you. So just stay away. from those environments. And if you have any questions, ask in the comment section down below. Like the video, subscribe. You have a good day.